Joel Embiid to the Lakers. Famous podcaster pitches crazy trade. Idea for Los Angeles. Bill Simmons has proposed a trade where the Lakers would send several soon-to-expire contracts and 2 first-round picks to the 76ers for Joel Embiid, without including Austin Reeves in the deal. The Los Angeles Lakers' first-round playoff elimination at the hands of the Minnesota Timberwolves made one thing abundantly clear. LA needs more size, especially at the center position. While several names have already been linked to the LA Lakers, one bold trade idea has caught attention, courtesy of popular podcaster Bill Simmons. In a recent episode of the Bill Simmons podcast, the NBA analyst discussed the possibility of the Lakers trading for 2023 MVP Joel Embiid, without giving up their third offensive option, Austin Reeves. That's my favorite Lakers play. With all the expiring contracts and 2 first-round picks, they get Embiid, Simmons said. You don't even have Reeves in there, Simmons added, pointing to concerns about Embiid's long-term health. We don't know if Embiid is going to play again. The Lakers have 4 players with contracts expiring this summer. Rui Hachimura, $18.26 million. Dorian Finney-Smith, $15.38 million if he exercises his player option. Gabe Vincent, $11.5 million. Maxi Kleber, $11 million. On paper, it looks like a viable package. But in practice, it may not be enough for the Philadelphia 76ers. If they're parting with an NBA-caliber center, the Sixers might be looking for a more valuable return, possibly including Reeves. The same applies to other potential Lakers trade targets, such as Miami Heat's Bam Adebayo. Another complication is the Lakers' limited salary cap space. Even if they manage to acquire Embiid, their financial flexibility would likely be gone, leaving them unable to address other needs, such as adding a wing player, something General Manager Rob Pelinka has already identified as another off-season priority. There's also the question of Embiid's availability. The star center played just 19 games in the 2024-25 season due to persistent knee and foot issues. He was also suspended for 3 games following an altercation with a reporter. The 76ers shut him down in late February, and he later underwent arthroscopic surgery on the same knee where he tore his meniscus the previous season. Embiid is under contract through the 2028-29 season and is set to earn $248.1 million. While the idea of pairing Embiid with LeBron James and Luka Doncic would create a formidable trio on paper, the health concerns and financial implications make this particular trade scenario more fantasy than reality. Even with Simmons's enthusiasm for the proposal, the Lakers would likely need to offer a much more substantial package to entice Philadelphia to part with their franchise cornerstone, regardless of his injury history. Lakers news: LeBron James makes joke about Anthony Davis. Trade: it's hard to bet against LeBron James in the playoffs, but even the superstar struggled trying to propel the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round against the Minnesota Timberwolves. James turned back the clock on both ends of the court against the Timberwolves, despite playing through lingering injuries, giving them a chance in the series. However, Minnesota's overwhelming size and physicality at all positions proved too much, and Los Angeles and James were sent home in just 5 games. The Luka Doncic trade was something the Lakers had to make, as a generational star doesn't become available very often, though it cost the team Anthony Davis in the process. Davis was the team's only reliable center, and losing him fundamentally changed Los Angeles's identity and roster composition. With Davis gone, James was forced to play more center in smaller lineups, which clearly took a toll on him. However, he neither confirmed nor denied the weight of Davis's departure, going as far as to joke about his exit, after having previously requested more front-court help. No comment. I'll never say that, James said when asked about the burden of having to play center. Because my guy, AD, said what needed to happen, and he was gone the next week. I've got no comments. I put that uniform on every night. I gave everything I had, and that's what matters. James has a way of lightening the mood even after tough defeats, but the message about the lack of size in the playoffs is well understood throughout the organization at this point. James was one of the few front-court players with the size and strength to compete with Minnesota's roster, but asking him to devote so much energy and effort at age 40 is unsustainable. James also didn't emerge from the series unscathed, suffering Grade 2 medial collateral ligament sprain in Game 5. While James is the world's best at taking care of his body, he's beginning to wear down physically, and thus the team needs to add more pieces to alleviate the burden he carried. The upcoming offseason could very well be James's final NBA season, so the front office needs to do everything in its power to give him one more shot at a championship title. Rob Pelinka says the Lakers will do everything to meet LeBron James's expectations for the roster basketball operations. President Rob Pelinka has always relied on input from his stars for roster suggestions. But this offseason, the Lakers appear committed to doing whatever they can to meet James's expectations for the roster next season. The irony of James's joke about Davis highlights just how significant the loss of their defensive anchor has been. As the Lakers look to retool around the James-Doncic pairing, finding a true center who can replicate even some of what Davis brought to the team will be crucial. Whether through trade, free agency, or both, addressing their front-court deficiency will likely be the organization's top priority, heading into what could be LeBron's last dance in the purple and gold.